So we're going to go ahead and start the meeting. Opening items, number 1, call to order.
Trustees present this evening are Trustee Calderon, Trustee Contreras, and Trustee Magallanes, with Trustee Alvarado and Trustee Pacheco absent. You have a quorum.
Thank you, Janet. Number 2, Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Jimenez, can you guide us on that?
Please stand, place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you for that. B, public comments. Mrs. Norma Galindo. Thank you.
Is the green light on? There it is.
Honorable Trustee Magallanes, gentlemen trustees, superintendent, colleagues and members of the audience. My name is Norma Sierra Galindo. I'm a veteran teacher of Calexico High School, and I'm an alumna of Calexico High School. So needless to say, I have a lot vested in this institution. I teach with the CTE department, and I'm here to convey a concern which has already been conveyed to my department chair, to my superintendent, and to 4 of the honorable board members. When we changed, every time that we change leadership, we look at it from a perspective of apprehension, of not knowing, but we also look at it as the glass being half full, and we look at it with a great deal of hope. I had a great deal of hope, which I would like to restore, thinking that this administration would be inclusive of the teachers, particularly my department. We requested a meeting early in the year, and it was granted, and things went well. As of approximately 3 months or 3 weeks ago, there have been some significant changes that have been occurring in our department, which has made the teachers extremely uneasy and rather concerned. I requested meetings with administration, with the department chair, to no avail. This is why I'm here today. I would like to request that you include us when you are making changes, if anything, just to be a sounding board when you are making changes in our department, particularly when you're deleting classes. But of most concern is the fact that you are asking today for a vote to do away with Mr. Jaime's position. I can start talking about how important he is, but I would need 3 hours to finish telling you. I can tell you that no one can do that position as well as he can, except for me. And I did consider applying for it, but I didn't want to leave my nursing students. There is no one in administration, and I say this freely, and I'll look at you in the face, that knows CTE like Mr. Jaime. Mr. Jaime has established roads of communication, not only with the elementary schools, with IVC, but with the department. He has been successful in anything that he has done. We would like a sound reason as to why you are doing away with his position. And if it is because of money, I've already suggested to the trustees where you can get the money to find him. If it is because you want an administrator to do his job, there is no administrator, regretfully, that can do the job he can. As a matter of fact, he has been doing your administrator's job. I ask you to pull this item from the agenda, consider it, and reinstate him. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Galindo. Mr. Velasco, would you like to go ahead and do the public comment now? Of course. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Honorable Board of Trustees for the Calexico Unified School District. My name is Christopher Velasco. I'm a third-generation Calexican, and I'm here to express my frustration with school fees in Calexico, particularly the way the administration has rescinded an exemption that they gave me for a fire damage rehabilitation I'm doing right now. And your district hired an outside law firm from San Diego to pursue this matter with the city of Calexico. Now, I understand that times are tough for school districts all across the state. COVID monies are disappearing. However, we have some of the highest school district fees in Southern California. Fees that block housing. I can count 600 units of housing that have not been built in Calexico because of the exorbitant fees. That's one issue. But the issue pertaining to my property is that there was a fire. I properly applied for an exemption. I was granted an exemption. The school district therefore rescinded it afterwards. I do not feel that I should pay school fees because there's no increase in accessible space. The Housing and Community Development Department has noted this in technical guidance. Although HCD doesn't have power over school districts, they interpret law, housing law, planning law. So, and also if you're gonna hire a law firm, I ask that you spend our money here in the Valley and not outside in San Diego. So I asked the school district to rescind the letter and allow me to proceed because it's gonna have a huge delay on my project, and I'm bringing housing units back to Calexico, desperately needed housing units. So I asked that the school board really take note. I had spoken with Mr. Pacheco briefly. Unfortunately, he's not here. However, this is a really important matter because what's happening to me is happening to a lot of people. And that's why we're in such a housing crunch here in Calexico. Your school population is declining, but your fees are increasing. It doesn't make sense. I understand that there's an impact with students from Mexicali. I respectfully ask the board to work with our congressional delegation to secure federal funding for said impact and not put it on the taxpayers of Calexico. I pay 4 bonds on my property taxes. All of you do too. So I ask that the school district rescind the letter and hire, if you're gonna use our money, please hire a local law firm. There's plenty of intelligent lawyers here in the Valley. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Velasco. C, announcement of convenience into closed session. D, closed session. We're going to be back at 6 p.m. Thank you.